Hey guys, Arzu here, and this is not Bioshock as it is defaulted to. No, going down to MediEvil. I apologise for any and all ambient noise. It's windy as hell right now, so yeah.
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zarok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
So, what'd you think of the intro? Pretty badass, huh? I mean, even the intro, like the main menu has to have an awesome introduction. Now, I apologize in advance if the game skips at all. Getting the PS1 game to work properly on the capture card has been a nightmare because it's a digital version of a PS1 game. It has just caused me no end of trouble. Thank you, main menu. But it seems to be working pretty smoothly, so we'll go new game.
It has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspired to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better. Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
Okay, so they are gargoyles. They give you sort of info. Pick up weapons by, well, you can find the sword and the throwing. These are throwing daggers. Pick them up. Circle jump. So you tap it, and you just sort of rapidly jump. Hold it down, and you jump a lot higher. Anyway, this is a life bottle. It basically means you have an extra 300 health. So if you die, you will be resurrected using that bottle. And yeah, it's always good to have more than one on hand, but you know, we'll get there. This is the inventory. You press select to open it. You can select what weapon, and you've got your arm, which you can attack with, or you press square and you throw it. Square is usually, for most weapons, a powerful attack, so this is the X attack. But if you hold down square, you charge it up and you do a big sweeping attack, which can be pretty good for crowds, actually. So Star Rune. Now, runes are basically keys. Keys open doors, runes open doors. You want to get through a door with a certain coloured lock, you're going to have to find the rune that corresponds. Simple as that. Green gargoyles, as I said, are primarily story stuff. There are blue gargoyles, they sell you items. pretty expensive, but they're really the only source of ammo you have, so you gotta make do. This discoloured piece of wall it's breakable, obviously, but we can't break it down yet. We've got to get to at least level 2, or we can come back when we get the shield bash, which is you press triangle while running and you sort of charge forwards. Also, triangle is block, in case you're wondering. Anyway, walk up to this hand, which is the lock for the door. Uses the rune. Run up the stairs. This green goo designates the exit. So we'll head on through that, because we're good kind folks like that. Right. So, level 1 done. Level 2, the graveyard. Good level, this one. So as you can see, we're in a graveyard, and there are severed hands running around everywhere. We don't have a hammer, but if we did, we would be able to smash those hands and get money from them. That's our money counter in the top right. It appears when you spend money, and it appears when you gain money. So if you were to smash these hands, you would get like a coin or two. Now these books give you advice, but as you can see, a lot of the books have a very sarcastic tone, which really, it's kind of how the whole game works. The entire game has a very sarcastic tone. So these are the main bread and butter enemies of this area. Green blood because they're zombies, and red blood would probably make the rating too high. So, and as you can see, you can miss, and they do about like 10 damage per hit. So if you get 3 of them surrounding you, you actually take quite a lot of damage. Now you might be wondering what that cup is. That is the chalice. So your next question is probably going to be, what the hell is a chalice? Well, as you kill enemies, the chalice meter fills up. As you can see, it's like 20... Is that a 5? Yeah, it's a 5. So it's 25% now. The more enemies we kill, the higher that will get. So now we're at 30%. This book will explain that the Fountain of Rejuvenation heals wounds. They don't tell you this, but if you die and you use up one of your life bottles, and so the life bottle's empty, if you stand inside one of these fountains, it'll actually fill up the life bottle. But, and this is a pretty big but, fountains aren't infinite. And so if you've lost too many life bottles, you will not fill up all of them in one go from one fountain. You will need to find a second one, or just not suck as much as I do, and actually do well at the game. So that's an alternative. So anyway, pretty standard level layout, you know. You got the rune, the green rune, you open the door, you got the red rune from there, and you open this. A lot of the levels are pretty standardly, that's not really a word. Now this will say, nothing remains hidden under the gaze of an angel. And you might wonder what the hell that means. Well, you might notice that it's facing us and this gate opened. Basically, whatever direction the angel is pointing, the gate will open. So we hit it once, it'll open this gate and allow us to... Where is it? Is it over here? Yeah. Allow us to collect the chalice once we've killed enough enemies to fill it. And this book will tell us about it. So, you hit it again. That won't open anything. But this way. So you hear a door open. But you won't really see it. But this door here. See, there's a gate there. And there's a gate on this side. There we go. That's shut unless you make the angel point this way. Now, so we've got to get these guys show up. Which boosts us to 92%. It is often the case that you will reach 100% filling of the chalice before you finish the level. Well, it's actually guaranteed because you kind of have to collect it before leaving, otherwise you won't go to the Hall of Heroes, and the Hall of Heroes gets you new weapons and supplies. You end up getting like 20 chalices or something. There's some money, we will reach that. Also, the hands don't count towards the chalice. Now these doors, you read the book. The living world lies beyond these skull gates. The master of the Hilltop Mausoleum, the stained glass demon, has possession of the skull key. So, your initial thought will probably be, okay, reach that level, kill the boss, come back with the key, and this will open. No. No matter what you do, the doors will not open in this level. There's a secondary level called Return to the Graveyard, and that level is the one where you go through the gates. It's kind of weird that they had a level called Return to the Graveyard. Like, to me, it would have made more sense just to have you just replay this level, but Return to the Graveyard's good because it has a boss. It's actually 2 wolves, because to get the shield charge ability, you have to beat the Guardians of the Graveyard, I think they're called, or something. And to do that, you need to defeat the 2 wolf bosses. Also, I keep saying wolf wrong or weirdly, I'm sorry. Some words just don't come out right, and I apologise if that's the case. So collect this because it's filled up. We now have it for the level. That will net us our first visit to the Hall of Heroes once the level is complete. So that's nice. Yeah, there's quite some... There are some good bosses in this game. I mean... There's not that many bosses. It's not really a boss-driven game as such. I mean, I'm trying to think of them. And the only ones I can really think of would be... what? Trying to think. Oh yeah, so when you pick up a weapon, like you pick up throwing daggers, you start with 100. You have a limit of 250. You can't expand the amount you can carry, but you do get other projectile weapons that you can use instead. So crossbow's generally the best one anyway. Oh my god, would you lot sod off? So these are all really unnecessary to kill because, you know, we've killed them all before anyway. Oh yeah, because it's a PS1 game, camera control is R2 and L2. L2 to rotate it to the right, R2 to rotate to the left. Hold them both, and you can sort of use the D-pad to sort of use Dano vision, I guess you could call it. And you keep staring at the camera, which is creepy. Anyway. So camera control can get a bit interesting. Come on. Just die. Just everyone just... Well, not die, because you're already dead, but... Oh yeah, I have a shield, don't I? Whoops. Don't know why I got that, actually. Okay, so... Is this it? No, this isn't it. Because that won't take me away, will it? No, it won't go because there's no... Yeah, okay. If you're wondering what I'm on about, yeah, these guys will sometimes talk to you of their own accord. Other times you have to go up to them, get their eyes to glow, and then press X to interact. Like this.
Tread softly. Zarok awaits beyond these gates. The master meets with the demon from the mausoleum, hatching plots of purest evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
Forgotten nobodies like ourselves? Is that what you're getting at? Jeez, Gargoyle, you're such a dick. No, he's nice enough. And the first couple of times you come to the Hall of Heroes, you get new dialogue from the Gargoyles.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
And the weapons on offer are a crossbow, a longbow, a hammer, spears, lightning, a magic sword. What do you give me? Yeah, you give me the broadsword, and the magic sword is from one of the two complaining guys up above. I forget what else. I know I get chicken drumsticks from a witch, but you know.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards.
Do we want a crossbow? Yeah, we do.
Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir.
Oh, goodbye, sir.
Canny Tim doesn't quite know when to shut up. So this is a crossbow. It doesn't have any square attack. It's solely X. So as you can see, it shoots pretty fast. It bounces off things. And it's pretty accurate too, and the projectiles travel fast, so... All in all, a pretty good weapon, I gotta say. I have a soft spot for it. Okay. Save progress. Yes. Yes, I want to. Checking data on memory card 1. on a PS3 with no memory cards. Graveyard. Override existing save, yes. Save successful. Oh. Ah, to hell with it. Onwards we go.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
So, as you can see, Zarok isn't too happy with us coming after him. And who can blame him? It's kind of our job to kick his ass. So that's totally what we're going to do. Now, this is where, as you can probably imagine, finding the chalice is actually... it's not the easiest thing in the world, let's put it that way. And that is because you technically never find it. If you're going just straight up to the top of the hill to finish the level, you will never reach the chalice. Because it's actually hidden behind this boulder. So get the money, chat to the book, chat to the book, destroy the boulder and plunder the valuable treasures within. Okay. Oh yeah, bonfires hurt. This is one of the games where the bonfires do hurt you, so keep that in mind. That's where we came in. That's boulders. Oh yeah, we got to get ourselves to the top of Cemetery Hill and dodge all of these boulders. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, go say hi to this lot. Actually, boop, running. Never did like those things. Oh wow, the energy blast blew him in half. That's awesome. Energy vial, that's just like a health pack. It refills your current health bar. So if I was down to say 150 health, the health vial would increase that. It would have no effect on the life bottle amounts. Sorry, I am texting, not texting, Facebooking while doing this. Anyway, this is where the merchant gargoyle is if you're looking to spend money. So we start off with 150 bolts, not 100 like the throwing daggers, but then again, throwing daggers have 250 and we have 200. So yeah, the crossbow, you start with more ammo and you have a smaller sort of ceiling. Right, now this is fun. By fun I mean terrible, because we got to get to the top without dying, and these boulders hurt. Our shield will block the damage of them, but we will still be hurt. Like like if we don't block. See, look, this is taking like 30 damage per time. Like, you come down here, and there's these headless guys who do more damage than I like to admit. You see that? 60. They did 60. And this book? Oh look, bash with it, burn with it. Keep in mind the words bash and burn because they're kind of important with this thing. In terms of bashing, you bash rocks. How am I doing? 60 something percent, cool. Right, I should be good enough. So you can destroy rocks with this. Square attack for the club is holding it in front of you. And you might wonder what the hell that's for. Well, it's primarily to set it on fire. This is a guy they have to talk to, so let's talk to him.
Fresh air. We hate these dark old caves and their filthy stench of old witches. A coven of the warty old hags lived here once. Unholy fires burning all night while they brewed up unspeakable muck in their cauldrons. They moved on years back, but the smell still makes our eyes sting.
Okay, so we are quite low on health. We only have 690. Kill this lot. We're getting about 5% per kill, so that's not bad. This bookcase, you want to destroy it, and this book tells you all you need to know. See, a witch's coven would reach the height of its power only when all of their sacred flames were alight. Witches have been known to offer help to the questing adventurer, yet they are a reclusive people and have to be summoned with the aid of mystic charms or talismans. And let it be known that if you want their help, they're going to ask you for something. They're quite territorial. So, if you see they've been there before, then that's cool. So if this will work... Come on! I always found this dodgy. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, it's on fire. Now, run your way into here and set the thing on fire. And dodge these guys if you can. Without dying, preferably. I'd really love not to die. Okay. Cool. So, because we lit the fire, we can get money. We can get the chalice. We can get our health vial, which gives me a crap ton of health. We can get a copper shield, which will give us power, like the ability to get past the boulders. And the most important thing, witch talisman. I was going to say witch's talisman, but that's not correct. So, what does the witch talisman do? In this level, nothing. In fact, in the next couple of levels, it does absolutely nothing. Until you reach the enchanted forest, it's in... Ow. Oh my... You son of a... Why would you spawn me there? Okay, so... The general idea is to just hop up these as quickly as you can. Just ignore everything. I don't know where I'm going. Here. And here. And we're at the top. that's them dealt with. So, there is some money. Talk to me. Yeah, so that's basically telling you to go back and see if there's anything you missed. And, you know, it's sort of like, oh, well, you know, that thing could destroy the club could destroy boulders. There was a door blocked by a boulder. You should go check that out. And if I stand in this, you can see it fills up my second life bottle. You can get about 2 bottles, I think, 2 and a bit bottles. Right, so chalice is done. Got the talisman. Right. Now it's worth pointing out that the chalices, chalice, I guess, maybe? No, chalices would be better. They play a very important part in the final boss battle.
Back from the battle so soon? It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes. See the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
And the way to get it solid is by collecting all of the chalices. Because if we look at it here, our statue is see-through because we're not an actual hero. We were crowned one, but we never actually did anything that heroic. We just told the king stories, and he liked us so much that he made us a knight. The chalices in the final boss fight, they dictate how much help you have. If you have no chalices, then you have no one to help you. If you have all of them, then you have basically an entire army to help you, so it really is worthwhile.
Hurrah! I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
So the dude has no idea what a life bottle is because he's dead. He is dead. He's in the spirit world. He is in the Hall of Heroes, feasting, having a great time. He has no need for this health thing. Why, yes, I would like to save my progress very much. Checking data on memory card 1. Override existing save, yes. Okay. Now, the Hilltop Mausoleum is where the stained glass demon is. From then on, we'll be going to return to the graveyard, and then from there, the path branches. One way to the land of the pumpkins, and the other way to the Enchanted Earth and other places. Yeah. But this is where I will leave it. But I think that's pretty good. 3 levels, one of which was a tutorial, but whatever. Just glad I got the bloody recording working. Anyway, I will see you in the next one, where we'll tackle this stage and many others, because you can get quite a few done in, well, an hour at most, but, you know, not bad progress. Anyways, see you in the next one, and later.